And now a team of cohorts of the Female Reporters Leadership Program of the Wole Soyinka Centre of Investigative Journalism have called on journalists to prioritize women in reporting stories. This formed the crux of the one-day capacity building training organized by the Blessing Tunoh, a 2021 cohort of the program at Viewer Television headquarters in Abuja. Viewer Television's Joy Malik reports.
The Wole Soyinka Centre for Investigative Journalism set up the Report Women program, which seeks to intentionally increase the quality and quantity of reports about girls and women in the newsroom. These three journalists are part of numerous female reporters who have been trained to mainstream girls and women in news reporting by raising conversations and influence a change in the reality. The one-day capacity building training revolves around the themes the journalist you ought to be and the dynamics of reporting women. The training commenced with a pep talk from a conflict reporting journalist Amaka Okoye that fired up in the participants the need to be deliberate in being a journalist.
That's the conversation that human resource persons, managers in newsrooms must have to have. If you identify that this is Dorcas' strength, put Dorcas in that place, because when Dorcas begins to blossom, it's not just Dorcas who's blossoming, it's Viewer TV who's blossoming, because you're deliberate and intentional in putting Dorcas in that place where she will blossom.
Amaka also said, as a journalist, you should be able to take risks and enhance reputations, and as a conflict journalist, you should be able to represent the people. Delivering her talk on how to report women and girls, a multimedia journalist with the BBC, Doshima Abu, dissects various scenarios that constitute positive, negative stories about women and girls. This, she says, will bring solutions to the problems of gender-based violence and inspire other young women to emulate the successes recorded by others.
In an era where everything you're doing can be displayed on social media and everybody can see what you're doing. Sure. So what are your dreams? What do you want to do?
We are representing a voice. We think that women should be focused in our news reporting.
And what experiences of families like who have gone there. Okay, fine. Now, how do we tell this story? Who do we tell this story through?
The interactive nature of the workshop elicited questions from participants and insightful answers from the resource persons.
Do you have to study journalism to become a journalist? Or can you just go into journalism because you love it?
If you have the passion, it will be good, of course, that you get some training because that helps you.
Hey, I would have said, let's talk about, we're doing women, isn't it? How to report women. But I also want to encourage and motivate us.
Bearing in mind the gender makeup of the participants, the convener and co-host of the workshop, and Channels TV correspondent points out that the training also aims at raising male heroes who stand for women.
And we cannot achieve this with only women. We need male heroes. These days we are telling women to raise their boys properly. You don't raise your boy believing that he can beat a woman, with all those feelings of entitlement and all of those things. So it starts with the men, actually. It is a campaign that cannot go anywhere if the men do not support.
The training rounds up with a resolution to ramp up stories about women and girls.
Is there something popping in your head and I'm not saying story idea, I'm just saying idea, just any issue that you think you guys can work on, that we can help you tidy up.
A presentation of a book on journalism by the team of cohorts and photo sections with Viewer TV management and staff. Joy Malik, reporting for Viewer Television.